Come on in. You know what time it is. I've been going hard because I really want to inspire you. I want to motivate you. I want to encourage you. And I want to get you to a point where you see yourself so valuable that you don't waste time. So let's bring it in. Breathe in. You know what time it is. It's knockout time, baby. Come on. Let's get it. So I know that there are many of you who know my story. And I want to tell you something. There are a lot of you who don't realize how gifted you are, how blessed you are, how anointed you are. And you need to be woken up to understand that before you came into this world, this time, this season was ordained specifically that you exist right now. So I always tell people, like, my price has gone up because I survived COVID. Come on. My price has gone up because I survived COVID. And there are a lot of people, like my sister, that did not survive COVID. And the pandemic was global. It was everywhere. And I want to tell you, the fact that I survived COVID, I realized that I don't have enough time left. Like, I don't have a lot of time left. So I have to value every second of my life that I give to you. And if I give you my time, I want you to know that it's specifically given to you because God wanted to. So let me just say this. I got a grandma. My grandma is now like I'm just overwhelmed. Like 90 years old. Like, my grandma is 90 years old, and I'm so overwhelmed because I know just 42 years old. The years that I know my grandma, she's like so special to me. She's so special to me because so much in the story I want to tell you. But I want to tell you about my grandma because my grandma did not get a school education properly, and she had to drop out of school because she climbed up into a tree in the Caribbean or in beautiful island Montserrat, and she fell and broke her hip. So those days, years ago, did not have the doctors or the technology that would be able to help her to actually do the surgery or the surgical. So she, to this day, she walked with a limp that I know her. And, she struggled. So she did not get an education. So my grandma had to survive her life without an education. And I tell you something, education is a tool to put you in a better position. So for those of you who are struggling with school, with college, with university, I want you to stop looking at it's something that you have to go to, like a place where you need to be, but understand that it's a tool of life that can put you in a better position to become. And the moment I start looking at that way, I had to get to a point where I understand I have to love the system of education. So there are many ways to educate yourself now. And there are a lot of you don't understand that. So my grandma is so special to me because she told me, son, one thing I learned is that if you don't learn from educating yourself, life will teach you. Listen to me very carefully. If you don't learn from educating yourself, life will teach you. And the worst part is when life decides to teach you and force you to learn. Like, you get into an accident. Like, you get into a situation where you have to show up and get a lawyer. You have to get to a point that you are you love education, that you educate yourself with the knowledge and the wisdom that you need to become. And I just need you to understand that time changes. And there are a lot of ways that we can learn. Everybody got Alexa now. Everybody got Zuri. Everybody got smartphones. So the education right now is at your fingertips if you ask the right question. Now, I want to tell you how my grandma is so right, because I understood that now I want to get the knowledge. I am looking for the knowledge, and I had to go seeking for the knowledge so I could educate myself in how I can present myself to be able to be the number one and the best communicator that ever is. So let me just say this: get educated. Like, find a way. If you want to be a architect, if you want to be a chef, whatever it is that you desire to be, get the education. And the moment that you do that and use that tool, you'll realize you become better. And there's a lot of people who are scared of change. And because you're scared of change, you are in the same place, and then life forces you to change. So I remember when I was on the computer and I started out, I couldn't spell, read, or write, or type. I taught myself to do these things on a desktop computer, locked myself in a room because I really wanted to share my story. And I got passionate about it. And because I did that, now I'm a published author of 5 books. I want you to understand this. Get educated. Get the knowledge. Because, without the knowledge, you will suffer. The good book tells me, my people suffer because of lack of knowledge. You need to get the education. You need to get the education. Listen to me very carefully. Whatever you choose to do, you have to find somebody that's doing what you want to do and go get close to them so that you can be and become what you want to be. Like, let me tell you, there's nothing new under the sun. There's nothing new under the sun. So if you get to a point that you are willing to learn, willing to change, willing to transform, willing to become, I guarantee you will live your best life. So we know seasons change, right? Seasons change. So for those of you who don't want to change with the winter time, from the summer to the autumn, you have to, because you can't go out in the wintertime in just a t-shirt or you have to get dressed for the weather. There are many of you who don't want to change, and you let life change you or force you to change, and then you are caught in a critical situation and you don't know how to solve the problem. And I remember when all of a sudden everything is moving from paper to E. As a matter of fact, when I moved into my last house, I didn't even go to the office to sign in documents until the very last minute, like when everything was done. Everything was done online. Everything was signed online. Everything was given online. I need you to get educated. I need you to put yourself in a position where you want to change and grow and develop, because believe me, that's the only way you become. That's the only way you transform. That's the only way you can have it all. Like, you have an opportunity of a lifetime to get this. Right, to get in the lifetime of the opportunity to be the best you can be. So stop wasting your time. And stop giving your time to every and anybody and people that don't value your time, because your time is the most valuable possession that you got. Like, for real, like, you have to understand. I remember when I was sick on a hospital bed and I was in there and I said, like, I saw my daughter cried. I said, I'm coming home. Daddy gonna get better. Daddy gonna get better. That's why I pushed myself. That's why I worked so hard, because I understood with God's help, I will not waste my time and give it to anybody else, because I value who I am. So if you survive COVID, I just needed to put this in your spirit, to get this in your mindset. Get educated. Like, go get the knowledge that you desire. Like, go get a mentor, go get a coach, go invest in yourself. But most of all, get the knowledge that you're not lacked. Like, for real, like, you don't need to be lacked, because you just need to get the knowledge. So yeah, my cell phone, I use my cell phone to catch Les Brown. I use my cell phone to catch Tony Robbins. I use my cell phone to catch all them great motivational speakers. I started from the BlackBerry phone, learned all the way up now to the iPhone 13. And when I saw the camera, I was like, boom, I don't need to do anything else. I just want to give better quality and better content. So this is what I want to tell you is, you have to move with the change, or the change will move you. Like, you have to move with the change. You got to figure out what's best for you. Get the knowledge and the wisdom, get the education that you need. And like my grandma says, you will never be left behind if you're willing to move and get the knowledge and the education that you need. So guys, let me say this from the bottom of my heart. All of you have what it takes to become successful. All of you have what it takes to make it to your dream. All of you got what it takes to transform and become. The question you have to ask yourself, are you going to move with the change that's coming and understand that you want to beat everyone to get to the top by learning and getting educated? I love you guys. Your boy Dr. G, Love Motivated. You know what time it is. It's always Knockouttime on the show. It takes one opportunity. Come on. You got one shot at this life. You got one opportunity to get this right and to make the best life yet in your hands. Like, you got to do what it takes. It's all in your hands. If you just value your time and you just put in enough effort, like you just really work, you get educated, you go get the information that you need to transform. I love you guys. It's your boy Dr. G. I'll catch you in the next one. I'm out of here.